Hello everybody, this is Stewie Family, and first off I'd like to apologize for not making a video in over 3 months. I've been very busy with school and I just haven't had the time to make a new YouTube video, so I'm very sorry about that once again. Anyways, I want to talk about something that happened last night, WWE's pay-per-view TLC, Tables, Ladders, and Chairs. A lot of wrestling websites are saying that this is probably the best WWE pay-per-view of the year. A lot of wrestling websites and a lot of wrestling critics gave it a perfect score, a 10 out of 10, believe it or not. Not because of the matches that happened that night, but the outcomes of the matches. That's the main reason why it got a 10 out of 10. And let me explain why. Alright, so here's the main matches that got it a 10 out of 10, and also the outcomes that made it much more better. Okay, so the first match that really did a great job for the pay-per-view was Zack Ryder versus Dolph Ziggler. Now, a lot of people thought that Dolph Ziggler was once again going to retain the United States title. Zack Ryder was going to get, cheated out of it once again. He was never going to get pushed, But something happened last night. Something just amazing happened. Zack Ryder won the United States Championship. First solo title he's ever won in the WWE. And that's absolutely amazing, absolutely awesome that the Long Island IC is now officially the United States Champion. That's amazing. Just absolutely amazing. Zack Ryder, in my opinion, one of the most underrated superstars in WWE right now. The guy is an amazing wrestler, no doubt. And, I think he deserved to be United States Champion a long time ago. That's just in my opinion. But still, I'm still happy that he's the new United States Champion. This is absolutely great. Another match that made this pay-per-view was Big Show versus Mark Henry for the World Heavyweight Championship. You're probably thinking to yourself, why am I saying that this is a match that also made TLC? It's not because of Mark Henry and the Big Show. The Big Show did win the World Heavyweight Championship, but it was the outcome of this match that really did wonders. Daniel Bryan came out, cashed in his Money in the Bank ladder match briefcase, and became the new World Heavyweight Champion. And in my opinion, absolutely awesome. Absolutely great that this man is now the World Heavyweight Champion. This guy deserves it more than anybody, because in my opinion, Daniel Bryan is like the new Dean Malenko. He's like the new Chris Benoit. I mean, the guy is an amazing technical wrestler. He's absolutely awesome. A great technical wrestler who can pretty much tap anybody out. Hell, he's probably the new Kurt Angle of WWE. The guy is just amazing. He's just such a great technical wrestler, and he deserves the World Heavyweight title more than anybody right now. Also, we had another great match that made TLC, and that was CM Punk versus The Miz versus Alberto Del Rio in a triple threat tables, ladders, and chairs match for the WWE Championship. Now, let me explain why this match was so great. It was an absolutely amazing match, and the outcome of it was much more better because CM Punk retains his WWE Championship. It's amazing. CM Punk makes probably the best promos WWE has to offer right now. And, he's probably, in my opinion, the best in-ring wrestler right now in professional wrestling. This guy is amazing. He is an amazing professional wrestler and got amazing microphone skills. He's up there with Chris Jericho and The Rock in my book, and The Miz. He's just such a great wrestler who makes absolutely awesome promos. And also, I want to talk about something else. This is off topic of TLC. Last Monday night on Raw, we seen something amazing. We seen the return of Kane. And, you're probably wondering if you didn't watch Monday Night Raw or you haven't been watching professional wrestling for a long time because you stopped watching it because it's not really that great anymore. Let me inform you on this. Kane came back with his mask on. That's right, you heard me. He came back with his mask on. And when I seen that, oh man, I went crazy. Because when I was growing up, Kane was my favorite wrestler, because I liked the mask that he wore, and, he was just my favorite wrestler. No doubt. He was my favorite wrestler. When WWE was WWF, I mean, absolutely amazing wrestler, and whenever he unmasked in 2003, I quit being a fan of Kane. But now, since he's wearing the mask again, I'm probably going to go back to being a Kane fan. Because I absolutely love Mask Kane. I like Mask Kane over top of Unmasked Kane. I think a lot of people do who grew up watching the Attitude Era likes Mask Kane more than they do Unmasked Kane. Now you're probably wondering, like I said, if you haven't watched wrestling in a long time, what does his mask look like? His mask does not look like the mask that he wore back in the 90s. It's not the full face mask. If you remember back in 2002 when he returned, after being buried alive, I think, by Undertaker, he came back like it was the mask with the mouth part cut out, and that's what it looked like. But the pattern of the mask was the same as his one from the 90s, where it was black and red and then black and red. That's basically what it was. When he came back in 2002, it was red and black, and but this one just looks so awesome, and just absolutely amazing. And also, there is a big rumor going around that Chris Jericho might be coming back in January, and I want to talk about that real quick. If you've been watching WWE over the past couple of weeks, especially Smackdown, you've noticed that there has been these weird promos that has been airing, showing a boy in a classroom talking about a familiar force coming back to the WWE, and it being the end of the world as we know it. Now, a lot of people say this is Chris Jericho. A lot of people are saying this is The Undertaker. In my opinion, I think it's Jericho. Undertaker, he'll be back around probably February, because if you remember later on this year in February 2011, he came back when everyone thought it was Sting coming back. But, I think he'll be back in February. January will be Chris Jericho. And, there's this really nice website on the internet called sportsentertainmentscoops.com, and they also have the promo, the video of the promo on their website, and I will put a link to the article and the video in the description down there so you can watch it and read it along with me. So anyways, here it goes. It says, and also I want to say this was posted on November 21st, so it's, even though it's a month old, it's still a good article, no doubt. Alright, so it says, on Monday's Raw, when WWE was showing one of the Twitter on-screen graphics, the image got fuzzy, and briefly showed a URL to a YouTube channel called It Begins 2012. The URL revealed a cryptic video of a young student talking about something big occurring on Monday, January 2nd, 2012, when Raw is live from Memphis, Tennessee. The boy who was narrating the video said, "Come, my people, and shut thy doors about thee, for a power should come to punish the meek for their iniquity. For on the second day of 2012, a familiar force shall arrive to claim what is his, and it will be the end of the world as you know it." The text, "It begins, then appeared." Now, judging by what I just read, that was from the video, it does sound a lot like something from the Bible. Chris Jericho is a born-again Christian, from what I know, like Shawn Michaels and Ted DiBiase Sr. So this could be, where it's kind of like a reference to the Bible. Could be Chris Jericho. But then again, The Undertaker has been known for doing stuff like that. And a lot of people has took this as far as to say this is a promo for the second Attitude Era. Because if you remember, for all you hardcore wrestling fans that grew up watching it in the 95, 96, during that time, there was a commercial that aired that showed an actor playing Nostradamus who was predicting that something bad was going to happen in the WWE, and that the Antichrist would be Vince McMahon, and he would be bringing this new thing called an Attitude Era. And the promo for that, for the Attitude Era during that time, is really, really similar to this promo that is airing right now for January 2nd, 2012. But the reason why I think it's Chris Jericho is because if you take year, which if you take like the first letter of the words I'm going to say and round them up, it brings out Y2J. If you take year, okay, there's the Y. Second, 2, January, J. And also a lot of people has also said YouTube, Y. Second, 2, January, J. Either way, it turns out to be Y2J. And Chris Jericho's old nickname was Y2J. So, in my opinion, this is no doubt Chris Jericho. And a lot of people are saying that when Chris Jericho comes back, he will be back not as this serious, monotonous tapeworm, you all are hypocrites character. He's going to be back as a face, from what I know. Now, but I don't really know a lot about it. But from what I know so far, he will be coming back as a face, and he will have his old character from 2007 when he returned during the whole Save Us promo thing. Save Me was whenever he was a heel. But I really do think it's Chris Jericho, and in my opinion, I think the WWE is finally starting to slowly come out of its PG era, and it's trying to go back to how it was around 2004, 2005, when it was real, when it was still really awesome. So I think it's starting to slowly come out of the PG era, and it's going back into what it used to be. Because you got CM Punk as your WWE champion, you got Daniel Bryan as your World Heavyweight champion, two great wrestlers, no doubt, holding two of the greatest belts in professional wrestling history. And then you also got Zack Ryder, who is your United States champion, which is an absolutely amazing wrestler, no doubt, very underrated. And also, Kane is now back, and Chris Jericho coming back in January. And some people are even saying when The Undertaker comes back in February that he's going to face Chris Jericho. They're saying that. They're also saying he's going to face Kane. Whoever it is, Jericho, Kane, whoever The Undertaker decides to face, either one of those two, it's going to be awesome. No doubt at WrestleMania. But anyways, that's all I want to say. Also, before I go off, if you are living in Eastern Kentucky, I now have my own show on WKCB FM, 107.1 The Killer B. Name of my show is Flashback in 60 Minutes. I air every Saturday from 6 to 7. There's some ball games going on Saturday nights, so it might be delayed until later on, so just keep listening to it. And you can listen to some really awesome classic rock and stuff. And also listen to me talk about the news and all that. So don't forget to check that out. You can also listen to it online. I'll have the link to the place where you can listen to it at on my YouTube channel, and I'll also have it in the description right down here. But that's all I want to talk about. I'll see you guys sometime later on. This is Stewie Family saying thanks, goodbye, and I will see you again.